ForexDayBreak podcast.
Good morning and welcome to episode 105. Forex pairs in this episode are Euro-USD. There's a possible triangle forming here and we try to trade this to the upside. Dollar-Yen, we take a look at this pair and see if the reversal has happened. Euro-Pound, one more wave higher is needed and we are ready to trade this pair to the upside. It is recommended that you will learn to read the market yourself and not just blindly enter trades based on my signals or from any other signal provider. I will not take responsibility from your trading losses or credit from your profits. Okay, that said, let's start this episode. Okay, let's begin with Euro-USD. We have witnessed quite slow day yesterday on Monday. I think there was some bank holiday. So the markets were not fully open or the trading was not active in every country. So this might explain the quite low volatility yesterday. But nevertheless, the price action is not confirming the start of the next impulsive wave down. And now perhaps the correction is not over yet. I have a new idea about a triangle on wave Y position, which would make this correction even more complex than it already is. So in this 4-hour chart, you can see the low of the X wave 107.11 that we labeled yesterday down here. And from that low, we have now 3 waves up to the A wave peak, and then a 3-wave decline, then 3 waves up. And yesterday we had labeled this pattern and this correction as ended right here, 109.835, and we're proposing that the next impulsive decline had started. But since we have stalled right around 108.6 levels and the decline from the 109.835 high does not seem to be impulsive. So now the latest idea is that we are forming a triangle and would need one more leg to complete this triangle. And after that, we can expect minute wave 5 decline to start. So let's look at this in more detail on a lower time frame chart. So let's go and take a look at this on a 30-minute chart where we can see this in more detail. So right here you can see the yesterday's price action was very sideways. There was a decline at the start of US session or mid US session, which looked promising, but still came back up where it started, and the rest of the day was more or less sideways price action. And since we have had now a little bit upside, and if we look at the decline from the 109.835 high, we can see clear 3-wave move. So now the expectation is that we are still forming this correction and can expect one more leg out of this triangle towards this 109.8, 109.9 levels. And we have a trade here that is reflecting this view. So Euro-USD buy stop at 109.05, stop loss 108.5, take profit 109.78. So around the upper parts of this structure we have our take profit level and are now ready for one more move higher. And we have a quite tight stop loss. Maybe this stop loss can be lowered a little bit to be below the trend line of the triangle, since we can get a little more downside even if we are still forming this correction. So let's see how this develops, and perhaps we can move the stop loss further down. Of course, this elevates our loss potential if we do that. But make your own judgment. This is the trade right now. And once it's triggered, then we can make our judgments if we adjust the levels according to price action and how this starts to develop. All right, let's move on to a dollar yen. Let's look at it briefly. So we have maybe made a bottom for this large triangle. The low now is 116.5, but the price action is not looking very impulsive. There might be a five-way structure counted here, but I would like to see a little bit more evidence of the reversal here, because we've traded this a few times with no success. So let's keep an eye on this pair and try to pinpoint from the price structure and the price action if we have already seen the reversal and the low is the 116.5 we have now on the chart. So we can look at this on 30-minute chart as well. So if we take a look at this price action, it's quite overlapping. Hard to make out a clear impulsive structure. So let's keep close eye on this pair. If we see now a straightforward three-wave pullback, a three-wave correction to the downside, perhaps there's an opportunity to enter this starting uptrend and get some pips out of this pair as well. All right, let's take a look at euro pound. We have a trade here as well. So the uptrend, in my opinion, is not finished yet in this pair. I have labeled the last high as the peak of the correction. But if we take a look at this is now 30-minute chart and we have the trade here. We can go through the trade first. So a buy stop as well, euro pound, buy stop 0.7656, stop loss 0.7635, take profit 0.7691. So the take profit level is right at the peak. So we are now counting that there's one more small wave to the upside before a larger reversal. So if we move back to the 4-hour chart and take a look at the larger structure. So we are forming intermediate wave B and the last part of it, last C wave. So we have a ABC structure labeled here. And if we draw the C wave, so from the low to B, we are now forming perhaps wave 4 of this five-way structure. So one more move higher, maybe around 0.77, 0.773 levels. And then the larger reversal is likely to happen. This has been on the table for quite a while. I have been expecting this reversal for some time. And yesterday I looked at my pairs in a little bit a larger perspective, since I lost some of the labeling during the weekend. So yesterday I labeled the pairs again and looked at these counts. So there's something a little suspect on this count as well. I think this whole larger structure can be interpreted in many ways. So there is a little doubt that if this count is even correct. But let's see. I would say we need a five-way structure to complete the C wave, or this can be part of the larger structure if we are forming not intermediate wave B but intermediate wave 2 perhaps. So there is room for interpretation in the larger count in euro pound. But as of now, we have a trade set up and we are expecting upside move towards 0.769 and perhaps even higher than that. But that is our trade, and let's keep an eye on this pair today. Okay, that's all for today. Subscribe in YouTube to get these videos, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
ForexDayBreak.com